Welcome to online lectures by CA Studies. For more lectures online, please do visit castudies.lk.
Hi everyone, welcome to BLA Digital Business Strategy. I'm Claire Lianu, your lecturer for this subject. So as you all know, this subject comprises of 11 chapters and the paper structure is of 50 MCQ questions with 2 marks each. So when you say MCQ, it means they give you options and you got to select the right answer. So in this setup, the key learning feature I would say is memorizing the key terms explained in this context or in this syllabus. So with such an understanding only we will be able to face our exam successfully. Also we should understand the practicality of each of the terms because they might give you practical scenarios that would test your knowledge in detail. Hence that's why I've decided to teach you all the terms with practical examples, so I believe you will understand more clearly and in detail. So to start off, we will be having 5 contents today in chapter 1, which is business management process and technology. In the 5 contents, we will be discussing what is strategy, the levels of strategy, the features of strategy, the models of them, and finally we discuss the benefits of strategy. Okay, to start off, let's now think, what is strategy? What do you think strategy is? Remember these keywords if you want to define a strategy, okay? It should be long term or it can be short term, okay? But it both directs the company. So strategy is basically a long term or a short term direction of the company in order to reach its final vision. Now then, what is digitalized business strategy? Digitalized business strategy means, they define it, if you are to say in exact terms, digitalized technology is incorporated to a business model to create new business capabilities. That means their digital aspects have been embedded in the strategy of the business. So, example, now you would have seen earlier days, people used to manufacture things by their own hands, right? They don't have machines or maybe they have some very traditional machines that take a lot of time to do and a lot of costs also incur. So, in the modern context we see machines have taken over production processes, every single operational process, and that's what digitalized strategy means. It means the strategy has reflected digital effects when implementing in the operations of the business. Okay. Now, first of all, let's look at the features of a strategy. Under strategy, what are the features of strategy? Now, features of strategy are of 4 types, and the first goes with complexity. Why do you think a strategy should be complex? Why is it generally complex? It's because Organization don't look at one area when making a decision. They look at lot of areas of the business when they try to make a single decision, because they can't change decisions time to time, and that will create a lot of inefficiencies in the operation. One time they must make a very strong decision, and that's why they will interrelate many factors to make a single decision. Okay, and that is called complexity, where lot of facts are in one decision, so it's very complex to understand that particular decision. Okay, all right. Then let's look at uncertainty. Why strategic decisions are uncertain? They are uncertain because they are based on future goals. It's more futuristic, not based on past events. So futuristic events are always uncertain. We are not sure whether it will happen or not. We can't guarantee the results of future events. Also, because some factors are outside the control of the business. Okay, like it's not internalized, it is all external sometimes, mainly like consumer demand, weather factors, government policies, all of them are uncontrollable by the business themselves. Hence, they are uncertain and unpredictable. That's why a strategy is called to be uncertain. Before that we have effect on business operation. Now, a strategy is always focusing on what? The business's operations. They will focus on how we can improve or eliminate unnecessary operations and focus on operations that will surely maximize our profits. So, such strategies always have effects on business operations. Okay. Then finally we got they affect the entire business or organization. Yes, strategies, they don't focus on one area. They focus on the entire organization. That's why it is called a strategy. If not, it will be just a normal word called decision, or some other simple term will be used. But strategy means they focus on the entire organization. Okay, so that's called the effect. They consider the organization as a whole when they make a decision. Fine. So with that we finish the features of a normal strategy. Next, let's look at the levels of strategy. Now, levels of strategy can be divided into three. Remember, they are corporate level, business level and operational level. Corporate level is the senior management and board of directors level. Business level is the managers level. And operational level is the supervisors and operational staff level. So, corporate level decisions are always long term. That means they are more than 1 year. Okay. Business level decisions are within 1 year or also aligned mostly within 1 year, but can be more than 1 year. Main thing is business level decisions are very specific to one area. I'll explain how it becomes specific as you go through the levels. And finally, operational level means the level where the action of the long-term strategy or the action of the corporate level strategy is taking place. Alright. So if we draw up a diagram, okay, which so let's first say, so the top level is the corporate level, mid level is the business level, final is functional or operational level. Okay, corporate level, let's say example, let's take a digitalized strategic decision. Now, let's say a company is going to automate their entire production process. Okay, they are going to automate their entire production process in the next 5 years. Let's imagine like that. So, why it becomes a corporate level strategy is because it is focusing more than 1 year and it is focusing on the entire organization. Okay, don't forget that feature. It's focusing on the entire organization and it is more than 1 year. Okay, the example, company plans to digitalize its production process in the next 5 years. Okay. Then what is business level? So, as they plan to digitalize the production processes in the next 5 years, the divisions, the individual divisions of the business will try to focus on how we can adapt to this change in production processes. So, adapting to the change in production processes means, if you take individual divisions, example the marketing division, they will try to promote the company as a very tech savvy company or a very high technologically influenced company that will attract more investors to the company, because they see if there are technological processes, this company is able to manufacture more and create efficiencies more. So the weight, the profits from this business is potentially very high. Okay, so that's why a marketing division will focus on promoting the strategic goals of the company. Okay, goals. What about the production division? Very direct, because the production process is what is affected. It's very directly to the production department. So they will focus on how to allocate their labor tasks in the next 5 years. Fine. And identify issues in the current process. Okay. Issues in next 5 years, issues in the current process to implement in the next 5 years. Okay. So even though they say next 5 years here, you have to get the idea that now itself they are starting to decide on it. Now itself they are planning out on how should I allocate my labor to achieve the final goal of automating production processes, right? So now itself we have to inform the staff, we have to train them. No, but that level comes at the operational level. But making the strategy, that means deciding how we are going to action this change at each level of division, is what is decided in the business level of the company. So, business level of the company comprises of managers and at the assistant manager level. Fine. So the key features are they are usually less than 1 year. The decisions made are focused on a yearly basis, yearly growth. Also they focus on division wise, each division, they focus on each division. Alright, next let's look at how the operational staff will act to this decision. I said you that operational staffs only action strategic decisions. Okay, so for example, production department, they decide, okay, 10% of the labor we will send off home in the first year of in this coming year. Then operational staff, what they'll do, they will work out who are the people we are going to send home, how much we have to pay as redundancy, what are the problems that can arise because we are trying to downsize the labor, we are going to send them home, can they strike, then what are the remedies we will have to give to help them out. Okay, so that actioning process, okay, will be done by the operational staff. Now this is production. Now here, who decides this? This is decided by the managers of this level. Okay, and this is now this is action by the staff members. Now production supervisor will be there. Okay, so the production supervisor is who will decide, suggest, he will search, he will not confirm, he will search who should go out of the company and who is weak, who is not always growing, so like who should be and what tasks will be replaced by this automation. So as a result, they will pick the people to be sent home and they will inform the production people, the production manager, that they are the recommended, sample of, the random people who are supposed to go home for your approval. So you have to approve, manager has to approve, then manager will rationalize. So the production manager, what he'll do, he'll think, okay, this many staff, so he has thought it like this, okay, and then he will submit to the board of directors for final approval. So you see how digital, the digital strategy, how it affected the business, right? Sometimes automation is, for a labor perspective, it will be disadvantageous because they try to have their jobs and many manual tasks are now computerized, so they don't have any other option but to go home. So it's not very favorable for a labor point of view. But for a company's point of the board or the owner's point of view, it's very cost efficient and new capabilities will arise by automating their production systems. If you say like this, maybe they'll be able to produce more number of units than they did previously. Okay, so there are pros and cons of digitalizing aspects in a strategy, but this is how strategy moves in the organization. But let's with this focus on the fourth point, which is models of strategy. It is nothing, just see, if the corporate level people, that means who board of directors and senior managers, if they take a decision, okay, they are taking the decision and they are sending it to the managers in the business level, and the managers in the business level are sending it to the operational staff. Okay. That approach is called top-down approach. That is the first model of strategy. That's it, okay? Top-down approach. But now there are instances where, as part of quality control, organizations create focus groups. Okay, that means teams of employees who are required to report on quality problems found in the operational flow. So these people will have daily meetings, daily discussions on what errors and what improvements should be done, and they will report those to the manager level who are at the business level. Then managers analyze that, take on the suggestions given by the quality control group who are at the operational level, and pass it on to the board of directors. Especially this goes through an internal audit manager or a risk control manager. Okay. So that approach of taking ideas from the low level, the operational level employees and making a decision based on their suggestion, right, is called bottom-up approach, where operational staff are the starters of a particular decision and they suggest it to managers, managers suggest it to board of directors, then only board of directors approve. But in a top-down approach, board of directors make the decision by themselves and bring down the decision to the operational staff. Okay. So, so the vice versa would be bottom-up approach. Alright. Fine. So with that, that's basically actually nothing much. You might feel, okay, that's very little content under strategy, but this is what you should know, because an overall view. The reason is, it's an MCQ paper and you are not supposed to discuss in detail, but you should be able to identify whether it's a corporate level decision, business level decision, and what model of strategy it is. Okay, and how the digital aspect has influenced strategy, right? And there are some definitions for strategy in the first chapter, actually covering the entire chapter, which we will go through in the end. Just an overview, such definitions you must memorize. Alright, I will explain you all the meaning of it, but you all must memorize those definitions, because they will be tested definitely in your MCQ paper. Okay, so with that, let's finally move to the benefits of a strategy.
Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned with castudies.lk for more lectures online.